Braka. I just got off saying about big media and been talking about it that they always lie. Boy, how I love Cap. Cap tells it all, have we been telling it? But now it's out. And I got the lives literally on YouTube and Facebook that literally I just did previously to prove it through the Holy Spirit. All praise to the Most High.
Mainstream media tells you that they are openly trying to interfere with the 2024 election. It might be wise for us to actually listen to them. Here's an amazing clip that just came out with James O'Keefe. I love what he's doing. James O'Keefe is exposing with all these undercover videos that he's doing, all of the corruption happening. Mainstream media tells you that they are openly trying to interfere with the 2024 election. It might be wise for us to actually listen to them. Here's an amazing clip that just came out with James O'Keefe. I love what he's doing. James O'Keefe is exposing with all these undercover videos that he's doing, all of the corruption happening in DC and in the media. And you know me, I'm big on taking back media from the devil and revealing the glory of God in every glowing screen. And here's an example of how the devil is running rampant in media. What you're going to see right here is a producer from a massive news company. You've probably heard it and seen it on a TV, whether in your hotel, an airport, or even in your own living room. MSNBC is working directly with the Democratic Party. For what reason? To ensure that Kamala Harris becomes the president of the United States. Don't take my word for it. Take this producer's word for it directly from MSNBC, caught on camera. Listen to what he says in this short interview. It's mind-blowing.
The Harris campaign?
I mean, they're doing all they can. Meet Basil Hamden, a writer and producer for MSNBC's weekend show, Iman. Basil also reveals that, quote, what her message of the day is their MSNBC's message of the day.
What have they done to help the Harris campaign?
Amplify her message. What her message of the day is their message of the day.
Hamden revealed that MSNBC is the Democratic Party's mouthpiece and is doing anything to get Kamala elected. Hamden says this news network is indistinguishable from the Democratic Party.
So is MSNBC just like doing whatever it takes to get Kamala elected?
Yes. It hammers home the point that I'm making, that this news network is indistinguishable from the party.
Are they just the Democratic Party's mouthpiece?
Exactly.
MSNBC is the Democratic Party's mouthpiece.
Yes.
What's so crazy is when we want to believe that the mainstream media, we got to get our news, we got to get information about the world from somewhere, and these people must have our best interests in mind. These people are trying to do their job. I mean, and by the way, I'm not throwing every single person that works at these companies under the bus, but the reality is the system of these organizations, we assume, oh, they have our best interests in mind. They want to give us unbiased journalism. They want to give us an objective viewpoint of the world. You have this guy coming out right here and saying that MSNBC is a mouthpiece of the Democratic Party. This is controlled media. This is a political party in the United States wanting to control the narrative so that you vote a certain way that fits their benefit and their best interest. You better believe they're manipulating the information. You better believe there are thousands, millions of Americans that are being deceived every single day, every single morning by the people at this company, because what they're doing is they're not objectively telling you the news. They're not objectively showing you or pressing in against these presidential candidates, presidential and vice presidential candidates, to give an objective understanding of what's happening in America. No, there is a system at play, y'all, that wants to keep people like you and me uninformed, deceived, and enslaved in the system. There's no other way to describe it. Openly admitting it, and it gets worse. Listen to what he has to say.
Yeah.
Basil calls MSNBC.
Did you know that in Texas, rifles can be carried in public without a license?
Big media is saying it now. Now it's everywhere. Everybody should have known about fake news, but still. You still got clowns waiting until 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Only thing they tell you the truth about 75% of the time is the weather. That's all they good for accuracy. Other than that, you tell me just enough for my own research. Test every spirit, remember?
Calls MSNBC viewers brainwashed and states that MSNBC made their viewers dumber over the years.
Viewers get mad at the guests or the host if the host were to criticize Democrats. They've made their viewers dumber over the years. I think brainwashing and dumbing down.
It's bad.
Aggressive.
I get it.
Helps Trump. When she's delivering these messages now,
Brainwashing and dumbing down progressives helps Trump. But hey, by the way, do I want to pretend like this isn't going to happen on the conservative side? No, you got to be careful, man. It doesn't, like, that spirit of wanting to dumb people down so that they can jam down the narrative that they want down your throat. Anybody can fall susceptible to that. I'm positive. I'm positive. I don't have proof of it, but I would be sure to see that that's happening on the conservative side as well. But when you see this narrative specifically being promoted everywhere in mainstream media, from all of the left-leaning, central, quote-unquote, media sources, you got to ask yourself, why are these people working so hard? And also, I'm going to keep on playing this clip for you in a second. Can I ask you a question? Can we just think critically here? Just curious what you think. Isn't it interesting that a lot of these people who are allegedly on these lists, who were going to Diddy's parties, these freak-offs, there's a whole list of people. We got photos of people showing up at these parties. Isn't it interesting that a lot of these A-list celebrities are also the ones telling people like you and me to vote for this woman? I'm just going to go out there and say that there is something extremely demonic happening for a push this intense through media, through messaging, through propaganda, to brainwash an entire generation, American generation specifically, to vote for this person. Why? Let me know what you think in the comments. Or if I'm crazy, tell me I'm crazy. But I'm just looking at the dots here. I'm trying to connect them. Let's look at some examples of what MSNBC is literally doing right now to make Kamala Harris look like the right person. But by the way, before we get to that, let me tell you, if you're tired of all the woke agendas being promoted at every level of society, in the media, education, politics, and even big business, I want to give you an encouraging message. You can actually make a difference by stop purchasing from these companies that you buy from every single month, like Walmart, Target. They promote Pride Month, all that sort of stuff. I'd be interested to see how many of them are actually donating to the Democratic Party. The items, super affordable, eco-friendly, and
it's all for themselves.
Good about shopping and fighting for a future that you and I. What's going on at MSNBC?
It's bad.
Aggressive.
I get it.
Helps Trump. When she's delivering these messages now, I think she keeps getting.
Hate campaign against Kamala Harris has begun. They purposefully pronounce her name wrong.
But as a black woman, the product of a mixed marriage, she's an inspiration.
I don't know, Nicole, vote for her or don't vote for her, but isn't it great to just have a positive conversation right now?
Last week, we saw Vice President Kamala Harris's first mainstream media solo interview of her presidential run with MSNBC's Stephanie Ruhle. Many people were stating how much of a softball interview it was. Here's a clip from that.
I just want to ask you yes or no. At any point in your life, have you served 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun working at a McDonald's? Yes or no? That's it.
I have.
Okay.
Bro, what? Yes, I have. Are you kidding me? Like, this is the type of journalism that we're talking about right now? Making jokes about working at McDonald's. You have an open border. You have millions of people from all over the world pouring over the southern border. You have an inflation issue. People can't buy groceries. There's a housing crisis. Now you have in the southeast, you have this hurricane that just came through, Hurricane Helene, leaving so many people homeless, literally drowning We're giving all of this money away to Ukraine and Israel, but we're not taking care of our own people here. Not only that, but now we have all this crazy gender dysphoria. You have bills being passed in states like California, taking the rights of the parents away if they want to make sure that their kid's not being groomed by these people in the education system. What is happening in our culture right now? For the people that are supposed to be championing the freedom of the press, being the heralds of truth, making sure that truth is being objectively communicated and dispersed across the land. And this is what they're doing. I'm just like, what are we doing, y'all? Don't even get me started on abortion being the top issue that people are voting for. People literally wanting to go to the polls for one purpose and one purpose alone, to protect their right to murder their unborn children. That's exactly what's happening in the country right now. And we're letting these people manipulate and brainwash us and make us dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber. And you know what really frustrates me, if I can be completely honest? That the church, the place where we should be heralding truth, championing truth, standing up for truth, the church is sitting on its hands and not being open and bold about the things that are happening in the culture right now. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, this is really frightening for me, to tell you to be really frank with you, because
he
shouldn't be surprised that people
No, he didn't say that. I said, man, I'm not mad no more. I'm more depressed and hurt that the church. I ain't even going there. He said enough.
Who are secular, who hate God, who are worldly, we should not be surprised that they promote these things, that they agree with these things. This is the spirit of the world. These are the false prophets of Baal. The mainstream media is filled with the false prophets of Baal. There's nothing new under the sun. We're seeing exactly what happened in the Old Testament. It's happening right now. But what really freaks me out is that there are very few people with the spirit of Elijah, the prophets of God, who are willing to step up and say, enough is enough. Here's what I want to tell you. It doesn't matter how much they lie. The truth always extinguishes the lie. The light always extinguishes the darkness. But why are there not enough? Why are there so few people, particularly pastors and ministers, who are willing to expose this stuff and lead the people in righteousness? I'm telling you, like, the wolf in sheep's clothing just took off the sheep's clothing. The wolf is telling you right now that they are trying to deceive you. It's a counterfeit voice leading you down this path to put these leaders in place that want to destroy this generation, want to confuse this generation. And you and I, we just gobble this stuff up. Oh, just entertain me. Yes. Just tell Good Morning America. Yes. Just give me more entertainment. Oh, my celebrities, tell me who to vote for. I'm telling you, man, we need to wake up. We need to wake up. I fear that the Church of Jesus Christ is going to be the reason why this country falls apart, why this next generation is destroyed. Because we are called to be the restrainers of evil in the world, and we are not doing our job. We are not speaking up, and we are allowing these wolves in sheep's clothing to deceive the masses. I know I'm fired up. I know I'm preaching, but you guys gotta go watch this thing from James O'Keefe on X.com. The whole thing. It's pretty ridiculous, man. It's eye-opening. And here's what's really scary to me, if I can also be honest about this. There's going to be people who watch that who are going to plug their ears and they're going to deny the truth right in front of them. We're going to see more of that. We're going to see more people these days who want to walk in darkness, who want to cover their eyes, plug their ears and say, no, I want to be deceived. I want my heart darkened. I want to abort my baby. I want to change my gender. There is no God. I'm the God of my own life. We will see more of that happen, but do not let it happen with you. Let this be a wake-up call. Let it be an alarm on your phone waking you up to understand what's happening in these times. Jesus is coming back really soon. And my friend, you could either be on the winning team with him and go to heaven and spend eternity in glory with him because you've repented of your sin and you said, no, I'm not going to listen to the false prophets of the world. I'm going to listen to the true prophet, Jesus Christ. Or you can go down the path that the rest of the world is going on, deceiving themselves, wanting to pretend like it's a party when this ship is sinking, and spend eternity in hell separated from God. You can go one of two directions. But if you want to receive forgiveness, I have another video at the end of this one that you need to watch to learn how to make sure that you are ready when that fateful day comes. Look at what's happening in the world. Understand that all of this stuff is...
Wow, you heard the very same words. Through the Holy Spirit, come flow right out of my... I mean, it's like looking in the mirror, but with words. YouTube, I don't know what y'all be able to hear from what y'all don't be able to hear. But I know Facebook people, they know. They know. They know. They know. Thank you for coming out to HSE-TV Entertainment. A Holy Spirit power. Kyrie's tip in a small clip. Holy Spirit power hood news. Not even the media want to tell you truths like this. Braka Malik King Dion. Double TV. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for always being there. See, others are now saying what we saying again, once again. It's the little people. Most High is bringing up social media all around the world, making chumps get on and they do their job that's getting paid. We do this free. Wow. I speak volumes. Braka.